The journey into Indian philosophy begins not with abstract speculation, but with a lived response to the most pressing human questions. For over 3,000 years, thinkers across the Indian subcontinent have pursued wisdom with a singular, practical goal: to understand the nature of reality in order to achieve liberation from suffering. This tradition uniquely intertwines rigorous logical analysis with profound spiritual practice, refusing to separate the quest for truth from the transformation of the self. At its heart lies an investigation into consciousness, what it is, how it perceives the world, and how it can attain ultimate freedom. The foundational bedrock of this tradition is found in the ancient Vedas, composed by Aryan settlers in northern India. Initially, the world was understood through a lens of ritual and cosmic order. Brahmin priests performed elaborate sacrifices, believing these precise ceremonies maintained the harmony of the universe itself. This was a philosophy of action, where correct ritual practice, karma, yielded specific, cosmic results. However, a revolutionary shift occurred within this very tradition. Thinkers began to turn their gaze inward, producing the texts known as the Upanishads. Here, the focus moved from external fire offerings to the internal fire of awareness. They proposed a stunning unity: the individual self, or Atman, is ultimately identical with the universal absolute, Brahman. Liberation, moksha, was no longer about ritual purity but about the direct, experiential knowledge of this non-dual truth. This established a core pattern: philosophy as a tool for liberation. This ritualistic and introspective landscape was forever altered by the arrival of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. Confronted by the inescapable realities of aging, sickness, and death, he rejected both extreme asceticism and ritual formalism to discover a middle path. His awakening led to the Four Noble Truths, which diagnose the human condition as marked by dukkha, a pervasive unsatisfactoriness, and prescribe a path to its cessation. The Buddha's radical contribution was his analysis of reality as impermanent and devoid of a permanent, independent self. He taught that what we call the person is a constantly changing stream of interconnected physical and mental events, shaped by intention and karma. His approach was fiercely empirical, urging followers to investigate their own direct experience rather than rely on dogma or authority, thus democratizing the path to awakening. In response to Buddhism's powerful critiques, and to refine their own systems, later Indian thinkers constructed astonishingly sophisticated frameworks of logic, epistemology, and metaphysics. The grammatical precision of Panini demonstrated how language itself structures our perception of reality. The Nyaya school developed a rigorous, five-step model of logical inference to establish reliable means of knowing. The Vaisheshika school meticulously categorized all of existence into fundamental building blocks, like substance, quality, and action. These were not mere intellectual exercises. They were foundational tools to clear the mind of error and create a stable basis for the pursuit of higher truth. The aim was always soteriological: to use sharp reasoning to dismantle false views and pave the way for liberation. Two great systems then synthesized theory with transformative practice. The Samkhya philosophy provided a detailed metaphysical map, dividing reality into pure consciousness, Purusha, and the material world of matter and mind, Prakriti. Suffering arises from the confusion of the two. Yoga, as systematized by Patanjali, offered the practical methodology to disentangle them. Through its 8 limbs, encompassing ethical disciplines, postures, breath control, and stages of meditation, yoga is a systematic technology for calming the mind's fluctuations. This allows the practitioner to directly witness the distinction between the transient content of consciousness and the silent, unchanging awareness that observes it. Meanwhile, the Vedanta school, building on the Upanishads, pursued the path of knowledge, jnana. Its most influential formulation, Advaita Vedanta as taught by Shankara, argues that Brahman alone is ultimately real. The world of multiplicity is a phenomenal appearance, superimposed upon this non-dual reality due to ignorance. Liberation is the immediate recognition of one's own true nature as being identical with Brahman, a realization that dissolves the illusion of separation. In contrast, other devotional, bhakti, traditions emphasized a path of loving surrender to a personal divine, channeling philosophy into an ecstatic relationship with the sacred. The living breath of Indian philosophy is its enduring relevance. These are not museum pieces but vibrant, practical inquiries. The exploration of consciousness undertaken by yogic and Buddhist meditators prefigures modern cognitive science. The analysis of the constructed self resonates with contemporary psychology. The ethical frameworks centered on non-harm, truth, and discipline offer guidance for modern life. Ultimately, this vast intellectual and spiritual heritage presents a unified message that a deep examination of the mind and reality, conducted with both razor-sharp intellect and devoted practice, can lead to a fundamental transformation, from confusion to clarity, from bondage to genuine freedom. It invites every seeker to verify these truths within the laboratory of their own awareness.